Okay, hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Return of Cyrus, where we still have an Abbasid revolt happening because the AI sort of ignored it, and has apparently now decided is the time to go ahead and deal with it right at the end of the last part. I'm going to start my timer. So a quick glance at the Crusader Kings 2 wiki page. It looks like part of our problem for converting my mana is probably the fact that we are not the same religious group, and also the fact that Zoroastrian is technically a heresy. As a result, it's a little bit harder to convert people. Apparently the mean time to happen for proselytize is like 960. I don't recall if it said days or months. Actually, I wasn't paying too much attention. It was probably months, but with a 1.5 times modifier for heresy, and so yeah, that's probably part of our problem, is that it's very difficult for us to convert them to Zoroastrian, because Zoroastrian is a Manichean heresy right now, which is kind of annoying. But there's really nothing I can do to resolve that problem. Increased council power. Because I'm on the council and get to vote for war declarations, I'm not allowed to say anything. We will change our succession from our half-brother to our actual son. Well, probably. We're just sort of waiting for our son to be a little bit older. He's a little too young right now at whopping 3. It's martial, that's diplomacy. We're apparently tied. Also, wow, what is going on with my wife? Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on with my wife with the whole purple mist thing. But apparently things are going great there, I guess. Okay, our daughter did go up a... Oh no, she's still tier 2. I thought it said tier 3. Oh well. Let's go ahead and talk strategy, since we're tied there. And he was not impressed, but it did not decrease opinion, so that's okay-ish. I would have preferred, though, if we were successful. I mean, there is a slightly better vassal that I could use to proselytize, but honestly, he's probably not going to be really any more likely to succeed. Another son. This is from the other concubine. And I kind of like this son better, if I'm being honest. Mostly because he has attractive, which is helpful. Also, yes, I'm going to go ahead and manually take over the guardianship of you. I would much prefer to teach my sons, both of whom have a reasonable chance of becoming heir, depending on which one I decide I like more. I'll probably go with the younger of the two, though, personally, once the time arises. What will happen is I'll probably switch to Cyrus once he's closer to age. And assuming I'm still in charge, I will then switch to Maziar, assuming he's not complete utter garbage once he's a little bit older. So Cyrus II probably won't actually be taking command of the Empire. Or, well, not even the Empire. We're not even a duchy. I don't want Acre, but I can't do anything. Like, I can't give up Acre, sadly. Yes, it's probably a good idea to improve relations with my half-brother, who is potentially going to be my heir, depending upon how the game decides to try and screw me over. Yes, finally we're gonna attempt to kill the Emir. And now we wait. I think we were trying to send bandits to attack him. Yes! Success! Emir Simi II was caught in a deadly arrow crossfire between the scroll depository and a grassy knoll. The story we concocted by the lone bowman seems to be working perfectly. One less threat to the establishment. Wonderful. Wonderful. But sadly, the game decided now was the opportune time to do this. I'm not actually able to do this. I am going to go ahead and list myself as a malcontent. I want you to realize that I do not care to be under you, and I will find a way to get what I want. You should also lose some of your troops because you have a lower marshal than your father did. Oh, we lost another commander. You are busy, you are not. I kind of wish the game would realize that when I have people listed as forbidden from leading an army, that they would not be listed as an option for commander. That just seems like a fairly obvious thing to do. Ooh. I'm now at 4 out of 5. I could declare war on somebody and take something. Also, you decided to make yourself the Emir of Jerusalem rather than the other place you were the Emir of previously. Also, you're Zoroastrian, so that's kind of nice. But I'm sorry, I still need to take the territory from you. Sadly, the game's not going to let me fabricate a claim on the emirate now. I don't know why. It was an option previously, but now it no longer is. I'm not quite sure what the deal is there. It's actually slightly annoying that it's no longer an option. I could go ahead and potentially kill you again. Put your son... Am I still the designated regent? I am still the designated regent. Ooh, okay. So... I'm sorry, Emir Jalil. But you might need to die still. Because I am the designated regent. Your son is 8, so there's a reasonable chance that if I just so happen to play my cards right and you die early, I could potentially take over as the regent of the Emirate of Jerusalem, which would be wonderful for me. Because I could potentially use that to open the door for me to get what I want. Oh, who the hell are you declaring war on? Okay, I don't know why now you're inviting me to join that, but you should have it, right? They got 5. Ooh, it's okay, it's a little close, but you seem to be doing a decent job of sieging them down, so I'll accept. I will not actually be helping you, however. As per usual. Oof. Yeah, you... Do you have better troops or something? Just out of curiosity? Because, yeah, these guys are sort of bearing down on you. You have a little bit more light infantry and more heavy infantry by quite a bit, actually. I don't know what the P is. Oh, pikemen, probably, yes. Yes, you have less pikemen. You have more cav, well, light cavalry. You actually are... You have heavy cav, the other guy doesn't, and you have a little bit more archers. Hopefully you succeed there, because again, I'm not helping you. You might need to look for white piecing out of that war, potentially. Oh, there's a plot brewing in the realm. Please make sure you don't accidentally tell him that it's us. Ooh. Ooh, what are you trying to do? I caught... Please tell me this isn't the other guy who's backing us. No, this guy's not backing us. Ah, you're trying to fabricate a claim on Merv. Who are you, and why are you able to try and... Ah, okay, you're in a mall. That's why. You realize you can't do anything, because you only own one, and you can't take the other two, I'm guessing. Yes, you have quite a few less army levy. Or quite a bit less army levy size. So I'm going to have to report this. You should like me because of that. You're not actually going to... You're going to say, great job, you did your actual job, so I'm not going to do anything for you. This guy has not been thrown in prison. I would have tossed his ass in prison right away, as soon as I was informed. Ooh, okay, what are you doing, liege? You are declaring war on... Okay, those guys. You have fun with that, I ain't backing you. I would actually love for you to fail. But that doesn't look like it's going to happen, because those nomads don't have a lot of troops, which kind of sucks. Being on your liege's council is not always easy. You have a huge amount of work that needs attention, and there is so much to do. The list seems endless. Just as you're about to give up, Sheik, yeah, I'm not going to try and pronounce your name, steps to the door and asks if you want any help. As tempting as it may be, you'd be in his debt for it. Okay, then I'll owe him a favor. But I have a decent chance of getting... You know what? I will say yes, because then you'll like me. Or maybe you won't. I thought that was supposed to improve. Okay, now we have an Abbasid revolt. And our liege is, of course, a part of it, because... Ooh. It's being led by the Sultan. Interesting. I was not expecting that. Oh, did you just run away from them? I think you ran away from them. Yeah, you might want to just look into white piecing out of that Tibet, because I ain't helping you. Perhaps I should... perhaps it could help me to increase the Sultan's opinion of me if I just sent him a gift as a show of friendship. We'll just try something small, because last time I tried to send you a priceless work of art, you didn't care. So no need to spend much on it. Okay, now there's a peasant revolt as well. And he liked that. Wonderful. Oh, yes, okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold on to Darza for a little while. Or Darzab, actually, rather. I don't know why I thought it was Darza. It kind of looked like an H, because it's super thin down there as you get... as the loop on the B comes back around at the bottom. Go ahead and build some castle walls here. Yeah, I'm going to hold on to Darzab for a little while. I'm going to tell you to collect tax income, and I think I'm going to send you to go spy on people. Why don't you go ahead and study technology in my liege's territory? I don't know if he actually has what I want, but I'm just going to go ahead and just say screw it. Hopefully he does. Oh, now I can fabricate a claim on that. Thanks, game. You weren't going to let me do it before, but now you will. Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. I care more about the whole trying to fabricate a claim on this than anything else. But looks like we'll have to go ahead and try and persuade some people to join. Which will require money. Money that I am lacking for the vast majority of you guys. Because you guys are not cheap. Will that get me to 100? It will. Can I potentially get 5 backers? Let's see if we can get 5 backers. Spend some money. we'll sort of hold off. Spy Master got caught, I guess. Oh no, he just died a natural death. I'm trying not to die this time. Okay, now I could go ahead and use this one. Now, I don't believe this causes them to join me. It just gives me the claim. Nor do I believe it instantly declares the war. Yeah, it has a chance of fabricating a claim because we're going to do the one that requires 100% plot power and 5 backers. There's a 90% chance of successfully fabricating the claim. All that'll do is get me the claim. I will then have to actually press the claim, which is going to require more money than what we currently have available. Now here's where the problem comes into play. Will our liege try to stop us because we have the claim? He has more troops. He could very well do it, although he doesn't actually have as many of his own personal troops. I have a lot more of my own personal troops. The vast majority of his troops come from vassals. Wow, okay. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and fabricate the claim. Oh, I failed miserably. Of course I fucking did. Let's try this again. Maybe we'll be more successful this time. Luckily it doesn't cost any money, but it's going to piss off our liege. So let's try again. Now I'm successful. Wonderful. Now, out of curiosity, am I anywhere in the line of succession? No, I assume it's because your family is quite large. Yeah, 27 living members. Presumably if they all died, because I have a strong claim, I would be able to get it. Well, actually, no, I should be looking at this. Am I anywhere in the line of succession? Yeah, no, that's what I thought. Yeah, I had to double check that. So yeah, I'm not in the line of succession for this. I'm not too surprised by that. Somehow opinions did not actually decrease. I'm not quite sure why, but now I will attempt to kill you. Because I would love for your son to take over. Well, I should probably get you married. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be actually taking over, just so you know. But, I do need more kids. So my religious group, I don't mind if they're not in my culture group. They cannot be imprisoned, they cannot be married. I don't mind if they're a ruler, but they do have to be in Diplo range. And let's look for an adult, preferably. Are you the same bloodline as my wife? No, you're not. But you are really good at another tier 9. But it looks like the game does actually look at this and say it's based off of who their family name ends up being. So the reality is I would have to do a matrilineal marriage to get that tier 9. For their children. But you know what? I'm not going to do the matrilineal, but I will still try and bring you into the family. Wonderful. Now I assume that didn't give a non-aggression pact. No, it didn't. Because she's not actually really related to that guy, I guess. Now it's time for you guys to have some kids, so get wild, I guess. Now, both concubines from my current ruler are getting a little on the older side. But there doesn't appear to be anybody who jumps out as particularly good. Anybody who's maybe close to coming of age that might actually be decent. You might be. We'll mark you as a special interest. Yeah, we're just gonna have to hold off. None of the other ones are really approaching and look like they're really worth it. Game, you are supposed to show me special interests. I don't know why this seems to have refreshed at some point, which is kind of annoying, actually. My character should no longer be a special interest, because, one, they're my character. You are not really a special interest anymore. I have what I want out of you. Oh, how's your war going? Yet not as great. We're just gonna hold off on trying to get money. We're not getting as much money from our trade due to the unrest in the Wei Empire, or yeah, over in China in the Wei Empire. But there's really nothing we can do about it. I mean, Babakir isn't terrible, and it's possible we'll decide that he still ends up being our heir in the end. Because he's actually pretty decent. Yes, okay, wonderful. We were a lot faster this time with the whole plotting to kill the Emir. I am still designated regent because this guy's a moron. Ah, we failed and plot was revealed. Damn. Well, as long as he doesn't try anything, we'll be okay. Wife is pregnant, wonderful. Okay, I'm already marked as a malcontent. That's wonderful. Yeah, let's go with the book. It doesn't tend to result in my death or other various injuries. Give me a quill. We will send a letter to the Sultan, or well, we'll just continue to refer to him as the Sultan. He did not respond to our letter. You want me to do something for you. Who are you and why? Okay, I assume your problem is the fact that your heir is the, liege. No, I'm going to tell you to piss off. I already have favors with some other people, and none of them are really worthwhile, if we're being honest. So this guy does me a favor, but again, the reality is these favors are not particularly useful for me. Like, if I could request money or for them to back me in my attempt to take the throne or something, sure, great. But I can't. Yeah, our liege sucks when it comes to his own troops. He does not have many troops that he can call upon, because he's going to lose all of the levies he gets from me. Large merchant caravan. Let him in. As evening falls, the fat merchant sits by the fire and regales you and the rest of the court with stories of his travels. His appetite seems insatiable, but as you do not wish to prove a poor host, you order your servants to bring in a second serving. Tell us more about this mythical realm of Hindustan. Hindustan's not that far away, gang. You realize that, right? Because isn't that somewhere over here? Around India? I don't recall which side it is. But nonetheless, it's not that far away. Oh, we got another Zoroastrian dude. Are you any good? You're a good steward. I'm gonna make you my steward. Welcome aboard. Yeah, you're quite a bit better than my current steward. Yeah, I'm not making my half-brother my steward game. I just want you to know that. Also, I don't know what happened to my Mobod, but something happened. Also, I need to swap out a commander because you are no longer a valid commander. My wife, Sitkiz, asked me to buy her some new clothes because of the pregnancy. She has outgrown most of her wardrobe, and now she feels frustrated for not having anything nice to wear whenever she needs to make an appearance in court. So this improves the relations, but doesn't get us the prestige. This will gain us the prestige, which is actually useful because prestige is used for improving opinions. The higher your prestige, the better. I don't know what the exact ratio is, but I assume it's not exactly wonderful, if we're being honest. And it's only 14 gold, so we'll pay it. So we'll summon the tailor, get our wife some new clothes for 14 gold, and she'll be happy. We will get the castle town in Darzib because we kind of need the money. You have a 7.12% chance. Wonderful. Some random ass number. I really should just set you aside if we're being honest. Ooh, wonderful. Ooh, okay, you're a claimant. That would explain why you're not allowed to. Why are you a claimant, though? I'm not quite sure. And because he's of a higher tier, he's an actual duke. Or, well, emir. I'm not allowed to go ahead and... Oh my god. Random ass fucking people calling, and now it's the fucking voicemail. Wonderful. Now I can castle infrastructure. Wonderful. And yes, we'll be a poet. Was our father a poet? Or was it our grandfather? It was our grandfather. Yeah, looks like we won't be able to get you, so we're gonna go ahead and just unmark you as a special interest. Yes, family first. So that's supposed to be stables, castle, town, and riding grounds. Which requires castle walls 2. Which requires improved keep. Which is a really long ways out. Oh, another sun. Ah, and this one is actually tier 3. Wonderful. So he gets a +2 to stewardship and +3 to marshal. Well, I think most of our people have generally been getting just +3 to marshal. Most of our kids kind of got screwed over. They got booted down a tier. Yeah, they didn't get the stewardship. So you're looking like you might be a decent son. We're gonna make you thrifty though. And we'll figure out what to do with you later. Yeah, so I need improved keep to actually get anything from castle infrastructure, which is kind of annoying. Fine, we'll get town infrastructure. Maybe that'll allow our towns to improve themselves a little. City guard, university, and militia training ground. Yes, and if they could build a university, that would help greatly. I might just save up the money, potentially, if possible, and buy you a university, unless you manage to get the money yourself. You actually have the money yourself. Do you mind building a university? so we can get the sweet 0.05 economic tech. Okay. So churches and cities have an option to generate their own... Okay, that was my alarm. To generate economic and cultural tech points, but there's nothing equivalent to that for military. But yeah, so hopefully these guys will spend the money that they have. They actually have a decent little stockpile on universities. Well, at least this guy. These other guys I don't think actually have the tech yet because it has to spread to them. Yeah, it has to spread to them. But if this guy builds a university, it'll spread a little bit faster and he'll generate tech points for us. Well, will he generate them from... Will I get them? I don't know. I actually don't know if I will get them because technically it's his thing, but he's my vassal, so maybe he'll generate them for me because I don't think he's able to actually get tech points since he is a baron title, not a count title. But since you can't play as barons, I don't know. Maybe he's not... Maybe he does generate... It's... I don't know the full rules on that, but I assume he will generate points for us if he builds the university. Which I would love. Oh, did you get wounded? Because you're covered in blood. Or is it just because you've gotten killed recently? Yes, looks like it might be just because you've killed somebody recently. Because, yeah, I'm not seeing anything here to indicate... Oh, it might also just be because you're cruel. Yes, that's a possibility. God, you have a lot of troops. What the hell do you have your laws set to? Because that's a lot of just personal troops. Almost 4,000 personal troops for you. Also, are we going to try again with the whole assassinating our liege thing? Because, yeah, that would be great. Ooh, who are you? And why are you wanting to join? I don't know. But apparently you're wanting to join. So invite more people. In theory, the higher your plot power, the better your chance of success are. Or success is, but I don't actually know. Again, CK2 is not one of the Paradox games that I have the most experience with. A lot of these people are willing to join. They must really not like him. I'm not quite sure why. Let's look at this. Okay, well, your issue is mostly... What is your problem? Opinion of predecessor, okay. Tyrant. Raised levies, okay, that's understandable. Short reign, okay. Desires the emirate of Merv and desires the emirate of Khorasan. Liege is homosexual. Liege is craven. Envious. Oh, are you Sunni as well? You are, okay. So, infidel. Publicly humiliated. Vicious rumors. Yeah, okay, people just really don't like our current liege. The sad reality is I'm not able to take advantage of that. Also, I will not want to actually press my claim for the emirate right now while there is a giant Abbasid revolt. Because I want to assume, although I could be wrong, that the game might decide to end our war if I declare it now and the Abbasid revolt ends before I successfully take this territory. But my timer went off a while ago. We're going to end this part here. Quick reminder, the channel is not a part of the YouTube Partner Program, so it doesn't get any money from any ads that play on the videos, or alongside the videos either. As a result, the only way in which the channel gets any money to help cover the costs of buying games or software to allow me to continue to create this content is via monthly Patreon donations, which you can find a link to down in the description. And as a reward, if you become a patron, you'll get early access to all my videos. This is helpful if you have tips that you want to give me. because you'll be able to see the videos early enough to actually give me said tips. Well, currently, if you're not a patron, depending on what your tips are, they may not actually be that helpful anymore by the time you're able to give them to me. So being a patron does help if you want to be able to give me tips. That's really the main reward you get as a patron. The other is that when I ask for names, patrons get priority for having children or whatever named after them, depending on what game it is that I'm asking for names for. The other option is when I do live streams, to go ahead and live stream via Streamlabs. Technically, you can do it even when I'm not live streaming, but there's not much point unless I'm live streaming, but it's up to you. But nonetheless, that'll be it for this video. I will see you all next time. Europe is still a giant mess, as per usual. That's one thing I've noticed. If you're playing in Europe, Europe's not normally too much of a mess for me, as in my experience. The Middle East tends to be the mess. When playing in the Middle East, clearly Europe seems to just implode. I'm not quite sure why. But whatever. Like I said, I'll see you all next time, but until then, goodbye and farewell. I did not save after the last part, so this is part 24. I completed the last part, just so I would at least have it, even though I wasn't going to record this part immediately after. But yeah, so see you next time.